Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube review. This will be a review of the ride wrap for a Yeti SB150. Having just purchased this bad boy, I figured it's time to wrap it up properly. The packaging from Ride Wrap is awesome, very simple box. Instructions are very thorough. All of their online tutorials are great. This is certainly not a how-to video, this is just a review of how the installation process went and how the product has worked out. It's been a couple of weeks since it's been applied. As you can see, following the instructions, everything goes on pretty smoothly. Definitely some of the compound curve areas on the bike, you really need to work it in pretty well. It's pretty hard to get like every single little air bubble out, especially in the compound curve areas. But for the most part, you can get about 99.9% of the bubbles out. Just requires a little extra attention to detail. Keep the wrap wet, as they suggest in all their instructions. Basically, just follow the instruction sheet. Piece by piece, you lay it out, get it wet, and just squeegee it on. Use a microfiber to kind of get all the excess water out once you're at that stage. Having now got a couple of weeks under my belt, dirt comes off pretty well. Haven't really had too much mud. San Diego in July right now, everything is burnt to a crisp out there. The trails are very dusty, so most of what I've been dealing with is just wiping dust down, and it's been pretty easy to do that. It's been a great product so far. The installation process, all in all, took about 3 to 4 hours. Obviously, I was starting with a brand new frame, so cleaning it was very quick. It was a warm afternoon. It was about 80, 82 degrees that day. So the water does play a big part in terms of keeping it wet so it doesn't dry out on you, and that's when you tend to get the air bubbles. As you can see from the time lapse, as the stuff goes on, it's pretty hard to tell, especially from this range, that it's even on there, so I guess that's a good job. You'll be able to spot air bubbles. You do have to kind of take your time a little bit to kind of look from different angles, make sure you don't get them, especially in those high visibility areas like on your top tube and your down tube. You really don't want to spend all this money on the bike and on your ride wrap. You want it to look good in the end, and hopefully down the road when it comes time to sell, you got a nice clean frame to sell. If you do end up getting some air bubbles in there, it's pretty easy to work them out. You just sort of very carefully start peeling back and the area closest to the air bubble, and then re-squeegee it. Keep it all very wet, let it dry, get the microfiber on there, have another look, make sure the bubble's not in there. So, like I said, it's been a couple of weeks in. It's been easy to maintain thus far. I'm pretty sure that some rocks have been flung up at me. Like I said, it's pretty dry and sandy out there. A lot of areas where there's a lot of small pebbles that get thrown up. And from my last inspection this morning, no dings on the frame, especially in some of those high areas where you might normally get some chipping of paint. My last bike, one of the reasons I wanted a ride wrap was my last bike, within the first week of owning, was chipping paint all over the place. So definitely feel a lot better having the wrap on there. You'll see in some of these still photos how it actually lays out a bit better than you do in the time-lapse video. Well, I can definitely recommend this product. Went on pretty easily, certainly no more work than I was expecting. I was actually expecting it to take substantially longer, so glad it only took a few hours. As you can see from the stills, it really looks good on the frame, matches very well in all the sort of weird areas of the bike, so to speak. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching.